everybody. Today we're just gonna have a talk about what I believe are the top 5 things that every professional singer needs at every show you do, big or small. So let's just get into it. Okay, so the first thing on my list of the things that I believe you need, your own microphone. Now, even before the pandemic, using like the microphone at the venue was just out for me. It's just not, it just didn't feel clean at all. You're gonna have to put a little bit of money into it though. You can't just get a cheap microphone because when you go to these venues, especially like the upscale clubs and festivals and everything, the sound people want to make sure that everything sounds good. So you can't come with some cheap microphone because they're not going to want to use it. So invest a little bit of money in one really good microphone that you can take everywhere with you. So this is the Shure 58A, and this has been my microphone for the past 5 or 6 years. I definitely couldn't afford to invest in a microphone when I first started doing shows. However, there is an alternative, and that brings me to number 2 on the list, microphone covers. Number 2 on the list, okay? They're super inexpensive. You can get a pack of them on Amazon for like $5. But you can take these and just cover it covers any microphone, and that way your lips never touch the actual mic, so it's good. So that's just my tip. I think it's just a healthier way. It's clean. It's clean. Yeah. Moving on to number 3 on the list. Number 3 on the list. Now this may be something that most people wouldn't think of or think is really important, but this has actually become really important to me. Okay, I don't always use it, but I have my own mic stand. Okay, and I just throw it in the back of my car. I always have it with me. I don't always use it, but the reason why I think investing in your own mic stand is important is if you also play an instrument. Okay, if you play guitar or bass or even drums and you sing as well, I think you need your own mic stand. This is a boom mic stand, and this is important because sometimes you'll get to a gig. I've had this happen, especially like club shows sometimes, and they only have the stands that go straight up. Okay, this is a boom mic stand, which means that you can create some space between you and the mic stand for your instrument, right? And so I always need to make sure that I have a boom mic stand. So if I show up to a venue and they don't have one, I just go to my car and bring this one out. And so I feel this is a really good investment to have your own mic stand. Number 4 on the list is definitely for professionals. If you're not touring or regularly performing, I wouldn't really invest in this. This would be a waste of money. Your own in-ears. So these are my in-ears. You can set this up so that you can hear your vocals. Basically, when you go do a show, one of the main things that will frustrate you to no end is not being able to hear yourself on stage, especially if you're just using the wedges on the stage that are pointed to you, because sometimes that's just not enough. When you have a drummer right behind you on stage, it's the loudest thing in the world, and it's really hard to hear yourself just from the wedges that they put in front of you. So when you get in-ears, you can literally have your vocals coming in through one ear and your guitar coming in through the other ear, or if you want to hear some more bass and guitar in this ear and just your vocals over here, you can decide with the sound engineer and just have it right. And this is another thing that makes sure that you're always singing at your best, because I have blown out my voice so many times just because I couldn't hear myself, and I had to play for an hour or an hour and a half, and I'm singing my heart out, and you sing harder because you want to hear yourself. And the next thing you know, you're like 5 songs in and you've barely got a voice left. So it's very, very important that you can hear yourself, and in-ears are the key to that. All right, that brings us to number 5 on the list. What is number 5 on the list? Okay, number 5 on the list isn't actually a thing. It's not a tool, okay? It's something that you have to figure out for yourself. And that is your vocal warm-up. It can really be anything. I know people who do scales, you know, la 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 la, you know, they do that whole thing, and that's fine. If that works for you, do that. There's plenty of them on YouTube that you can discover and follow as far as vocal warm-ups go. For me, how I warm up my voice, I use different genres of music, and I just kind of slowly sing along. I make sure that the songs I start out with are real easy and low and smooth, and then I just work my way up into something that's more like belting. So I've gone from something real soft and smooth like a Sade song, and then end with something like really powerful like a Tina Turner song. And that's how I warm up before I leave the house or the dressing room or whatever. And I can just use my phone and bring up some music and do that. So I literally have a warm-up playlist that I created. And I sing these same songs, and that's what warms up my voice. Taking care of your voice means warming it up, right? So I've really dedicated a lot of time to doing that before every show, and I would recommend you do the same. And that is my top 5 things that every singer should have. If you have any questions about anything that I've spoken about, just put them in the comment section below. And everything that I listed, I will find the links to them and put them in the description if you want to purchase anything that I talked about. And that's it, y'all. Thanks for watching. I love y'all. Be good to each other. Peace.